In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? So a thriller has key conventions such as suspense, tension, fast pacing, action, red herrings, cliffhangers, MacGuffins, enigma and antagonist revealed in the opening. We used the majority of these in our thriller. We used suspense in our thriller, tension, fast pacing, action. Our MacGuffin was the girls, as if the film was carried on past the opening, they wouldn't have been relevant to the storyline much. Red herring, Casey. Cliffhanger, the picture at the end, not knowing if the girls are going to live or die. And enigma, the murderer, as we don't really know much about him.
We used tension in our thriller when the guy was hiding. We didn't know where he was or who he was, but we knew he was there. We was aware of the danger, which created tension to the audience. There was also the music that built up this tension, as it was quite fast paced.
Okay. Another thing we used in our opening was suspense. This can be seen when the character of Chloe is walking up the stairs to her bedroom. We know that something is about to happen, but we don't quite know what, because we know that Lucy has just gone missing, so it's not the end of it. So we know something is about to happen.
We also used a cliffhanger ending with the picture of the girls. This was of me and Sarah, who was girls that died, with our killer who crossed our names out in my blood on the knife, with other girls in the picture. This showed that if this thriller was to carry on and it weren't just an opening sequence, there would be a story behind these girls. And the cliffhanger was, who are these girls? Where is he going to kill them?
Is he going to
kill them?
Are they going to survive?
What is his motive?
Our murderer is also seen as an enigma, as we don't really know much about him throughout the whole opening. We don't know why he killed the girls, we don't know who he is, and we don't know his motivations behind killing, which makes him an enigma. If our thriller was to carry on, the girls would be considered a MacGuffin, as they wouldn't really be relevant to the whole storyline, as they're just in the opening, just to get it all started off. Throughout the rest of the thriller, the focus would be on the other girls in the picture and how they die or don't die, and their connection to the murderer.
As you'd see into their lives, but with us, if the thriller was to carry on, would be completely irrelevant, and you wouldn't see into our lifestyles or who he was.
Before that as well, the character of Casey, who was followed home, can be seen as a red herring.
Our thriller is similar to other thrillers due to the fact that we used MacGuffins, red herring, suspense and tension throughout the whole thriller. We done this to keep it eye-catching.
And to keep with the key thriller conventions in order for it to be classified as a thriller. When thinking about the conventions of a thriller, we had to think about things that we were going to keep similar and things that we were going to make different. A thing that we made different was that we had a majority female cast. So there were 2 females, 1 male. This is different to most thrillers, as most thrillers are a male-dominated cast and more for a male-dominated audience. Now we are going to compare our thriller opening to other films that we have watched that we drew inspiration from. To start with, we watched some openings in our class in media and we drew inspiration from some of those.
We used inspiration from Zodiac to show the awareness of the danger. Like I said before, with the tension, we didn't know what was going to happen, we didn't know who it was, but we knew that something was going to happen. And this can be seen in a point of view shot that we shot in our thriller, where we can see that the bad guy, our killer, was watching us.
Also in Zodiac, when they're sitting in the car and they know that the other car is out for them, we get the sense of danger, which me and Shelby get when we're sitting there and we realise that Kelvin is watching us. We realise that there is danger and we try and run away, although we do not manage to be successful.
In Psycho, we got influenced by the idea of the stabbing for the killing, of when the man stabs the woman. We use the same kind of idea of the knife stabbing motion, of the knife stabbing motion when my killer Kelvin killed me.
So you just see the shot of him repeatedly stabbing at the air, which lets us know that Shelby is no longer alive. Another opening that we drew influence from was A History of Violence. The male character walks around a counter and he finds the dead bodies lying there on the floor. This lets us know that a violent act has happened here. Similarly, we used in our opening the character of Chloe, or Shelby, walking up into her bedroom to find me lying dead on the floor. This is quite disturbing, as you don't expect it to happen and it adds a shock factor.
It's very dramatic, because that's what thrillers are supposed to come across as.
Another thing we drew great influence from was Pretty Little Liars. At the end, with the picture of the girls where he crossed them off, this seems to be a theme that runs through the majority of Pretty Little Liars, where A is after the group of girls. So you can see that this character has killed us and now he's going to move on to our friend group.
Also in Pretty Little Liars, A, the unidentified killer, wears a black hoodie. So we decided to carry on this idea with our killer.
Another theme that can be seen in both Pretty Little Liars and our thriller is the gossiping at the very beginning. So the fact that Casey was allegedly followed home by some guy links to the fact that then we were followed by the character of Kelvin.